As Colby Sawyer student athletes, we firmly embrace the belief that a liberal arts education is about a life better lived and that a true education is about making connections, self-reflection, and taking action. We are students who represent many different majors at this college. You see us in your classes, and each of us is grateful for the depth of knowledge we learn from you. In addition, we are thankful for the habits of success that your classes and dedication to your professions gives to us. We want to share the experience of being student athletes so that you are better able to understand our educational journey and its importance to each of us. Beep, beep. The alarm clock is bound to wake me up. Sitting up in bed, I can feel the aches and pains of sore muscles. It's either from the 7 ups, 7 downs we ran at practice on Monday, or from the bumps and bruises I received in the game yesterday. Either way, it feels good. Well, in some sick way it does. It makes me feel accomplished. I turn on my light over my desk to try to keep from waking up my roommate this early. I don't have class for another few hours, but I want to get some work done on my 8-page paper, which is due next week. Today is a typical day, and I have 4 hours of classes, 2 hours of practice, a group meeting for a class project, and I need about 3 hours to do my readings for class tomorrow. So, if all goes as planned, I will be finishing up around 11:30 tonight. I know that my schedule will be busy with classes, meetings, chapters to read, group projects, practices, and games this weekend. So this is the best time I have to get some quiet time to work on my paper. My days are full. I start with the early alarm clock in the morning, and I am usually the last one to shut off my light over my desk at night. But honestly, I wouldn't have it any other way. I learned so much from balancing all of life's commitments this way. Many of my friends tell me I am crazy, that college is a time to enjoy life and do a little work in the process. However, that's not what I am looking to get out of it. I am looking to simulate the real world. I am learning to balance a full workload with all of other life's commitments and learn to be successful at juggling them. I feel that this schedule is the best way for me to prepare for the discipline necessary to enter the workforce.
Get out what you put in.
People say to me, it's just a game. And honestly, they are right if you look at it at face value. However, the game teaches me so much. Sport gives me the opportunity to reflect on my morals and ethics. It teaches me about leadership and teamwork. It teaches me about commitment and confidence. It teaches me about family and time management. It teaches me how to outwork my competitors and that teams are only as strong as our weakest link. It teaches me about life, how to be successful in the workforce. I know sport doesn't give me the academic knowledge I need, but it does teach me how to apply the knowledge I learned in the classroom to be successful at the career I decide to choose. It teaches me how to outwork my competitor for a job. It teaches me how to be confident in my abilities, how to manage my time effectively. It teaches me that the only way to keep a job is to be committed, and that often the best way to accomplish a task is through teamwork. You may get done faster alone, but you will go further with a team. Sport and college athletics, especially Division III athletics, teaches me about responsibility. It helps me simulate what life will be like when I graduate. I know I am not going to be the next Olympic athlete, and honestly, I don't want to be. And I know I am not going to sign autographs for my athletic accomplishments, though I also know I have lofty goals, and so do my teammates. We want to be doctors, lawyers, veterinarians, CEOs, sports agents, nurses, environmentalists, and teachers, and we are going to get a great education from our professors. They not only give us the knowledge we need, but they allow us hands-on applications to get the best academic experience possible. All of this they do to prepare us for our post-grad exams, certifications, careers, and ultimately prepare us to be better lifelong learners. They give us group projects, lengthy papers, and impossible exams to help better ourselves not only as students, but to challenge us to be grounded in our confidence, to learn, think critically, and apply our learning to our lives.
Through being a student athlete, I've learned a lot of things, but the most important is learning to push through even when you have a lot on your plate.
So, at the end of my day, when I shut off the light and take a few minutes to reflect on what I have learned before I completely pass out, I am incredibly thankful. Thankful for all the opportunities that I am given to learn at CSC, and even more importantly, thankful for the challenges of completing a whole day's worth of classes, homework, practice, or competition, group projects, and reading, and ultimately being successful at it, because I know that that's the work ethic success takes. This schedule of a scholar athlete simulates my parents' schedule, my professor's schedule, my coach's schedule, and any professional schedule. And again, as I fall asleep at night, I feel completely exhausted, but
powerful.
As we leave this day in the life as a CSC student athlete, we want to thank you for sharing your talents with us to help us grow as reflective, determined, focused, accomplished, and satisfied people. While we may not play our sport competitively beyond Colby Sawyer College, we will carry the lessons we have learned in the classroom, on the playing field, and in the college community for the rest of our lives. We are better people for having the opportunity to live the core values of Colby Sawyer as scholar athletes.
Being a student athlete has taught me about time management and responsibility.
Being on this team means to me that we're all dedicated, we all persevere, and most importantly, we all have a sense of belonging.
So to answer question number 1 about what does it mean to be a student athlete, to me is you balance both roles of being a student and an athlete, and you have a championship work ethic in the classroom and on the field.
Okay, good.
Being a student athlete means being mentally, physically, and emotionally strong on and off the field, in the classroom, and out in the real world.
Is that it?
Yep.
Being a student athlete means taking pride in representing your team in the classroom as well as your school on the field.
I'm exhausted after working hard in the classroom and on the soccer field, but at the end of the day, I know it's all worth it.
To me, a student athlete is someone who not only gets it done in the classroom, but is also able to go out on the playing field and work hard.
Tired but fulfilled.
Student athlete means being committed 110%, both in the classroom and on the field.
Women's soccer team means to us is that we are family.